Another installment of A Day in the Life at Klamath Falls. Today we're talking about driving. Stick with me. Hi, I'm Darlene Humphreys. I recently had the opportunity to speak to a realtor from some town in Southern California that I'd never heard of, and I was walking to my car, got in, started it, and I'm like, hang on a second, it's going to switch over to hands-free, and then drove to wherever I was going, and I said it again. I'm like, hang on a second, it's going to transfer back to the phone, and she goes, wait a second! We've been on the phone for 7 minutes, and you drove somewhere in 7 minutes? I can't get out of my neighborhood in 7 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, I can get clear across town at 3 or 4 songs on the radio. That's just the way it is here. I mean, we don't have a lot of traffic. It's getting a little bit worse. But I never have to sit through like 3 or 4 cycles of a light to go anywhere because you can't move because there's the traffic. It just doesn't happen here unless there's, some unusual circumstance. But, that's just not a common occurrence. And she was talking about her commutes are like half an hour to 90 minutes depending on traffic. She can only show like 2 or 3 houses in a day because it takes so long to go from house to house to house to show houses, and they can only get in a few in a day. And I'm like, I've shown like 10 houses. I think 10 is probably my record. I think I've showed 10 houses in one day. And she was like, oh my God, I cannot believe it. I'm like, that's driving in Klamath Falls. And I recently had the opportunity to drive in a big city, and it was instantly reminded of being in a big city and not in Klamath Falls because red lights are suggestions. Like the light would change. And this was when I first got in the rental car and I was driving, I stopped at a red light because that's what you do. And the car behind me lays on the horn because I didn't run through it. I'm like, the light turned red. I stopped. And so every time I came to an intersection and my light turned green and I was in the front, I would wait a second because here came like at least a couple cars running the red light, and then I would go. And it's a battlefield out there driving in these big cities, and you just don't get that in Klamath Falls. We're spoiled here as far as like our commutes. Super easy. If you can't commute across town in 20 minutes, something weird has gone on, or there was like some road construction or some hazard or something happened, because you can get anywhere in this town 20 minutes, and usually significantly less. So that's one advantage that if you're considering Klamath Falls that you might want to put down on the pros column. Short commutes. Thanks for joining me.